Hello SAPCA community, this is Ricardo Flores, and today I'm here with ShannaSAPCA, the author of A Call to the Heart, Shifting Out of Ego into Spirit. And Shanna is going to grace us with a wonderful talk on Monday, May the 12th from 11:30 to 2 p.m. And the title of the talk is Liberating Yourself from the Many Faces of Ego. So we're excited about that, and we want to thank you, Shanna, for helping us, share that message.
Well, thank you for having me. I'm excited to be at the May luncheon. I'm excited to meet all of you, and I hope to see you there.
All right. So thank you, Shanna. One of the big challenges that coaches face is sometimes, getting frustrated whenever you're having a coaching session because, there's ego that comes into play in that session. So could you enlighten us a little bit about how to handle that situation?
Sure. So one of the things that I really think is important is to broaden out our definition of ego. For so many of us that we usually think of ego as like this big exaggerated personality that's very dominant. You think of like, oh, that guy has such a big ego. But what I want to do is broaden out that definition to show that really my definition of ego is anything that is any action that's stemming out of fear. So even that person who is extremely shy is actually acting from their ego because they're fearing confrontation, or they're fearing being liked, or they're fearing putting themselves out there in some way. And it's just as the same way that the person who is extremely dominant is fearing something is going to be taken from them if they're not dominant in that way. So really it's about broadening out the definition, getting a clearer picture of it, so that when that frustration does come out in your potential client, you understand that not to react out of fear, because what it is really understanding where is your own ego being drawn out by the other person's ego. So my talk is going to focus a lot on understanding how that happens so that we can consciously choose whether or not we want to be run by it in those situations. And I'm going to give a lot of examples to help us become more aware of when and how our ego does come out in those types of situations.
Wonderful. Thank you, Shanna. That's a powerful insight, because normally you're absolutely right. When we think of, that person's got a big ego, we're always thinking of that dominant person. We're not thinking of the shy person, and we all do to different degrees, right? But I also love what you said about we always have the power to choose, and we look forward to hearing the hows on how to do that at your talk on May the 12th. So thank you very much. This is the first of our tidbits, and we'll see you next week. Thank you.